to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. With me today is 9-0 West London heavyweight David Adeleye. It's been a while since we've had a proper sit-down, to be fair.
I know, man. It's been ages, but we're here now, though.
How's life treating you?
Yeah, good, man. I've just been working in the background, doing what I've got to do, and waiting my turn.
I know you were supposed to be out a couple of months ago, but you picked up a little injury, so yeah, I see you back in training today, so that's healed up nicely for you. So I know you've got a fight date penciled in for 11th of November, so yeah, just gearing towards that.
Yeah, literally. Like I said, I was meant to fight not long ago. I had a little injury. I had to treat that, make sure that was good first. But yeah, now I'm back, like I never left.
Well, yeah, only one fight for you this year so far, on the biggest of all occasions, Wembley Stadium against Chris Healy. Picking up at that experience on a Tyson Fury bill in front of all those people, the National Stadium, that's only going to stand you in good stead moving forward, David.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to be on was meant to be on another big show, but I just needed to fight. For me, it was just more about, staying active, getting busy, and shaking off the cobwebs.
What did you think about what people were saying after the fight? Obviously, Chris Healy, someone in boxing we know, has been around for a while, and it's someone that if you want to get to the top, you've got to work your way up and get past the likes of Chris Healy. But you had maybe more casual fans tuning in and thinking, looking at Chris Healy's aesthetics, not to me. Next to you. I mean, anyone next to you, then aesthetically you're winning that. But Chris is someone that once you're working your way up in Britain, is someone you've got to take on and beat, someone like him.
Yeah, he just brings something different. Fights better than he looks. He's no problem, no disrespect. But it's like you said, innit? If you want to start stepping up to certain levels, you've got to kind of start getting past these sort of people. So these are the sort of people that we've got to get past. We didn't want to fight Chris Healy, realistically. But he's the one that was taking it. We had 13 opponents pull out on my last one. It's hard, man. It's hard. We ask for certain names, people don't want to take it. Everyone talks a good game behind the cameras and saying that they want to fight and whatnot. And then when things get made, all of a sudden, people start pulling out. So what can you say? We just stay in the gym grafting. So
13 people have pulled out.
13 opponents pulled out. Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you go on BoxRec on the 11th of November, it says you're fighting Michael Wallish. But you confirmed to me that isn't true, so you're not boxing Wallish next.
No, it's not Wallish next. It's not Wallish. No, it's a Mexican fella. But if Wallish wants that smoke, he knows where I'm at. Trust me, I don't shy away from nobody. I believe in myself. And like I said to you, there's a difference between being cocky and confident. There's a fine line. I don't cross that line. I know where I'm at. I'm not going to start calling out the Wilders and whatnot yet, because realistically, I'm not on their level yet. But the people that I'm calling out, I know I'm ready for. So that's what it is.
I think people have always said, I've seen in the comments on your videos, etc., you do keep it humble. Yeah. So you're fully confident you'll back yourself to get to the top. But yeah, you're just a humble, normal guy.
No, literally, I'll swing anyone, literally.
As long as it's not me.
Yeah. If we got the contract tomorrow, look, Wilder needs an opponent, listen, we're taking it, It's boxing. We're all fighting men. My heart beats fear for no man, literally. So that's what it is. But like I said, though, I'm humble, man. I wait my turn. You can't beat God's timing.
Well, I know you had some good experience recently in Miami with Sugar Hill, so just talk to me about that. And we always hear British fighters saying when they go to America, it's a different mentality in the gym, sparring's completely different. Can you make any comment on that? How was your time in Miami?
Yeah, it was different, They look at boxing from a different perspective, which is very good. It kind of opens your eyes up to see boxing from a different sort of angle. And sparring, it's going at it. Obviously, everyone's got an ego, so I'm walking in the gym and I'm seeing certain guys. Obviously, certain guys would hear about me from the UK. We've all got a point to prove. So I'll be going out there kicking ass.
Is it literally like dog eat dog? Is that how it is in the gyms?
Yeah, to a degree. You know, then at the same time, we can kind of come on to the coach, you know, telling you put your ego aside. But when you're having dust-ups and you're not stepping back and you're really going through it, then it's dog eat dog. Like, and there's certain people that go in there with and they're just trying to rip their head off, you know. So it is kind of like that, to be fair.
Well, it's a valuable experience for yourself doing that so early on in your career. David, we know Frank Greaves is your head coach. He's heading up everything still for you. But yeah, you've been working alongside Sugar Hill, if you like, for a little while now in Tyson Fury's camps, and obviously he had you out in Miami. So what's been the one thing that stood out with Sugar Hill? Because as I said, your head coach is still Frank Greaves, but you're taking advice off Sugar. What's the one thing that's really impressed you the most about Sugar Hill?
The mindset of boxing. You know, boxing's like 30% mental, 30% actually fighting. But he looks at boxing from a whole different sort of perspective. And at the same time, the man's been at the world level. You know, his uncle was the greatest. I mean, the people saying he's the greatest trainer of all time, Emmanuel Stewart. So he comes in with that sort of Kronk style sort of fighting. And, you know, styles make fights and styles change depending on the actual fighter. And his style works perfectly for my sort of stature, my athleticism, my power, you know, so it does really help. It helps.
David, when Tyson first started working with Sugar Hill, he said, I felt like a novice when I got in there with Sugar Hill. This is Tyson Fury we're talking about. Yeah. Of course, at the time, had won, I think, every belt, as he does now as well. But, yeah, someone who's achieved so much like Tyson has, won every single belt there is in heavyweight boxing, and then someone takes him on the pads and he says, he made me feel like a novice. Yeah. Did you have that same experience with Sugar Hill?
110% for ages, man. He makes everyone. If he don't make you feel like a novice, then he just don't want to basically invest no time in you. I mean, he make everybody feel like a novice. You can be doing something, and you might get it slightly wrong, and he's gonna like be dramatic about it and say, no, that's not it. You know. But at the same time, when he's doing that in the gym full of people, you kind of want to make sure you're getting it right. And especially when he's on your case, you're kind of making sure when he's looking at you, you're hitting the bags, or when you're sparring, you're making sure you're doing what you've got to do right. So, I mean, with me, obviously, I know Sugar for a while now, so I kind of understand the style and whatnot. And I understand what he wants from me, so it took a while to get there. And then when I got there, I was just there. So.
Well, yeah, hopefully that working relationship with Sugar carries on. As I said, Frank Greaves is still the man in charge. At the forefront of your career. David, we'll ask you about a fight that's now confirmed between Fabio Wardley and Nathan Gorman for the vacant British title. Two questions, I guess. Firstly, your prediction for that fight, and secondly, do you want the winner straight after?
I'll answer the second question first. Yes. Give me the winner. You know, these are the sort of fights that I want. You know, these sort of big British domestic, you know, dust-ups. These are the fights that I love. The winner, so I'll be honest, I don't know who. I think Gorman, though. I think Gorman's just better rounded. He's a better rounded boxer. But to be fair with you, I don't really care who wins. I'll swing any of them, realistically. So, but it'll be a good fight. Hopefully I get the winner as soon as possible, as in literally straight away.
You say Gorman, do you think he can stop Fabio Wardley if you believe he wins?
Yeah. I mean, it's the heavyweight division. I think they can stop each other, but I reckon I'm edging towards Gorman stopping him.
You've got obviously your top bracket of British fighters, your Tyson Furies, your Anthony Joshuas, Joe Joyce, Dillian White's been at world level. And then you've got Fabio Wardley and Nathan Gorman now competing for the British title. You look below that, and really there aren't too many more names. Because I'm asking because you said you want the winner. And that really is a realistic fight because you've got Sol Dakers coming up as well. But apart from you and him, then you go down the rest of the heavyweights, and there's more journeymen there and more seasoned guys who haven't really excelled past English or British level. So yeah, it seems like very soon it's your time, David.
Definitely, this is the thing. Starting from the bottom peg, you've got the newcomers coming in, and then above that, I think you've got. In one sort of bracket, you've got at the top of that bracket is like the Gormans, the Wardleys, and the same bracket. I feel like I'm in it, but I'm just a bit less experienced than them. But I'm in that same sort of bracket. And then on top of that, you've got the world level, which is the Dillian Whites, the Joe Joyces, the Joshuas, the Furies, Dubois. So yeah, of course, I'm gonna deal with the people in my sort of bracket first, and then start stepping up to the other bracket. You know, I'm not looking at the people behind me, realistically, at the newcomers or the people that are less experienced. I want the people that are in my sort of bracket that are a bit more experienced, are the people that I want to chase. So I want them, and then after that, I want the roads.
Having said all that, do you feel like the breakout moment for you is soon then? You know what I mean, that one where you elevate to the casual fan more and become a bit of a star. That's soon, probably next year, David, for you.
Hopefully within the next, like you say, the next year. I mean, it will be within the next year, but hopefully before that, within the next couple of months. Like you said, I'm just chipping away right now. But my time's coming, I know that for a fact. And like you said, I mean, it's really going to take 1 or 2 fights to actually start showing people what I can really do, and or, you know, appeal to the casual fans for people to actually know who I am and to show them.
David, I know you've done multiple camps with Tyson Fury, and within those camps you've been in camp with people like Joseph Parker, Martin Bacoli, world-class heavyweights, and Tyson keeps bringing you back, so you've got to take that as a massive compliment, because you have someone in one camp doesn't mean you have to bring him back. He keeps bringing you back, so it's a massive credit to yourself, no? Definitely.
You know, it's a big credit, and I learn off the guy, man. I mean, the guy's at the top of the tree. He's been on the top of the tree for some years now. You know, and Tyson's mentality is a bit different to everyone else's, and I think that's why he kind of separates himself from others, because up there he thinks different to others. So, I mean, being around it all the time helps me a lot. You know, and he's not far away, man. He's a phone call away, so it's always good.
Well, I know he's got his fight coming up with Derek Chisora, so he's in camp. You've got your own fight as well, November 11th. So I'm guessing you won't be in camp with him for this, because you just focus on yourself.
Yeah, so I've got this fight coming in November, and just, you know, chipping away at my own fight right now, focusing on myself, and yeah.
He's got massive respect for you whenever he talks about you on camera. When people ask about people at SPAR, he always bigs you up. So clearly there's that relationship there, respect, after doing several camps together. What was your first impression of Tyson Fury when you first walked in a gym and first sparred him? Do you recollect that?
That's a good question, you know. I do, so I'll never forget. But this was in Vegas. I was a 1-0 pro, novice. And so I walked into the gym. He was wrapping his hands. It was me and 2 other fighters, my 2 boys. So we walked in, me, George and Jordan, and it was Tyson getting his hands wrapped at the time, and he was standing up, so anyway, we ended up touching him. He was cool. He was proper cool with us, to be fair. And the gym was boiling, mate. When I say...
What, the top-ranked gym?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a sauna in there.
Like, literally. So, anyways, we hit the bags and whatnot, and then the next day we went and sparred. And I think that was his first spar. Man was sharp. Obviously, what you see on TV and whatnot, and what you see in person is 2 different things. So I went in there with a certain style, just trying to put it on him straight away, like, whoop, whoop. Boy, it was slippery. What? But obviously, at the end of camp, I obviously understood how to box and use my attributes, see certain things, and work on my advantages.
So having said that, you tried to stick it on him in that first spar.
Yeah, okay. Like literally went for it. But obviously Tyson's at top level, so you kind of weathered the storm. It was like, you know, Tyson does the whole whoop, 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 whoop. He was doing all that sort of stuff, like just trying to slip it. But it was a good experience though. Like I've never sparred someone as awkward as him, so it was a real good experience.
Do you remember how you was feeling after that first spar then, in that top range gym?
Yeah, I was laughing, like I was looking at the boys like, fucking hell, this guy's real, he's really awkward, like. Obviously, I knew he was going to be awkward and whatnot. I sparred awkward people, but there's levels in it. So when I went in there with him, it was a bit like, hey, nothing, you know. So I went in there charging in, swinging, and just trying to put it on him from the jump. So, but it was good. It was good.
What are your thoughts on his fight with Derek Chisora, the trilogy on December 3rd? It has received a lot of criticism. Your thoughts?
It received a lot of criticism. What did they sell? 50,000 tickets
Already, yeah.
So people are still going to tune in to watch it. Obviously, you know, Derek comes in to fight all the time, which is good. Fury's got personality, which is good. So I suppose it's good for Derek because he's giving Derek a chance to fight for the world title. And it's good for the British public to see a fight, you know, in December, because everyone wanted to see Fury come back. He's come back, and he's here now. I mean, he wanted to fight, so it is what it is, right?
Yeah, Frank had his reasons for why the fight's happening. He went through a load of opponents that aren't available for December 3rd, so they're rolling with Derek Chisora. But yeah, we shall see what happens December 3rd. But yeah, for you, November 11th is the main focus. To have a little break over Christmas, I guess.
Maybe. You never know. I might be out in December. Who knows?
At Tottenham, yeah?
You know, who knows? Who knows? We'll see.
And yeah, of course, you've got to deliver in the ring for BT Sport and Frank Warren. But at the same time, they've got to deliver for you as well. And that relationship going well. How do you feel that's progressing?
Yeah, it's going well. You know, I can't complain. I'm in a good position right now. Just staying active. And like I said, 2023, you're going to see me a lot more. A lot more. You know, 2022, you might see me a lot too. Who knows?
Well, listen, I'll be surprised if you get in the ring November 11th and then get back in December 3rd. But from what you're saying, it could be on the cards.
Will that be a good surprise or?
Of course it will.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah.
Listen, David Adeleye, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Yeah, best of luck in the rest of your camp ahead of November 11th, and we'll catch up with you on Fight Week, all right?
No, I appreciate it, brother.
Thank you.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.